Adventures in Murfreesboro is produced in cooperation with Murfreesboro City Schools.
When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, it's one big adventure after another. When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, you can count on a whole lot of fun. Murph has lots of special friends you never know who'll be dropping in. Come see what they're gonna tell us. See what they're gonna do. It could be artists with easels, builders with tools, inventors, creators, or kids from our school. Someone sharing story time, friends making music, or making words rhyme, having a good time. When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, it's one big adventure after another. When you're with Murphy in the Burrow, you can count on a whole lot of fun. You can count on a whole lot of fun.
One, two, three, four.
Hi, Murph. How are you today?
Oh, hi, John. I'm fine, thank you very much. And how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you very much. You sound very polite today, Murph.
Oh, good. My mama says I need to practice my manners.
Well, good manners are important. Any particular reason why you're practicing your good manners today?
Oh, yes. You see, I am getting ready for Thanksgiving, and we are going to have all our bunny relatives over for a very special meal.
Oh, I see. Well, that should be a big crowd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and so I want to be very polite to everyone and show good manners. You know, speaking of Thanksgiving, do you know why the turkey crossed the road?
To get to the other side?
No, it was the chicken's day off.
Oh, Murph, I got one for you.
Okay.
What kind of key doesn't open a door?
A key that doesn't open a door? I don't know.
A turkey.
Oh, dude. Oh, ja, that was a good one. I worry about him, though.
So, all joking aside, Murph, why have you got these corn kernels out here?
Oh, John, look at these. How many do you see?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Four,
5,
five,
6, 7.
That's right, only 7. Oh, do you know I learned some interesting things about the Pilgrims in the very first Thanksgiving?
Really? What did you learn, Murph?
Oh, it's right down here in my history book. Can you grab
This
that?
one right here? Yeah, I got it.
That's it.
A long time ago, in a faraway place, there was a country called England. England still exists today. It was a wonderful country, but there was only one church, called the Church of England. There were many good things about the church, but there were some people who wanted to worship in a different way. We call those people pilgrims. So they decided to go to a new place. At the same time, there were businessmen called merchants who knew about a new land that we call America. We also call it home. The merchants wanted more people from their country to go to the new land so that the new land would grow and that there might be things they could buy or sell and bring back to their country. So on a brisk autumn day in September, about 100 pilgrims boarded a ship called the Mayflower for a trip from England all the way over to the new land we call America. They arrived in November up north in the northern part of our country. And they weren't really able to disembark, that means get off, from their ship until December. Well, is it spring in December? No. Is it summer in December? No. December is dark and cold, and the ground is hard, and you cannot grow vegetables in hard, cold ground. So they only had the food that was left after their long voyage, which wasn't very much. All winter and spring, they had to eat that little bit of food. It finally got to where they had to ration the food. That means that each person only got a little bit of food. There was so little food, it got down to each person having only 7 kernels of corn to eat each day. Can you imagine that? Only 7 kernels. And it was very sad because people were hungry and many people got very sick.
Wow, Murph. That's quite a story.
Oh, yeah, and parts of it are so sad. Can you imagine only having 7 kernels of corn to eat in a whole day?
I know, that's not very many. But what happened next?
Oh, let's see.
Okay.
One good thing, though, was that the Pilgrims had made friends with some of the Native American peoples, a tribe called the Wampanoag. In the spring, the Wampanoag people taught the Pilgrims about growing vegetables in the New World and hunting and fishing in the new land. That spring and summer, they worked very, very hard to grow food. And the next autumn, there was a big celebration, a feast, and they gave thanks that they had survived the cold, hard, hungry time and were starting a new life in a new land. Some of the Wampanoag warriors joined them with the feast. The Wampanoag warriors hunted and brought meat to share with the Pilgrims. The feast lasted 3 days. Can you imagine eating Thanksgiving dinner for 3 days? It was our President Abraham Lincoln who first signed to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. So now it's important to remember our history and the people who first came to find new life here in America, and the Wampanoag tribe that helped them learn and survive. We have so much to be thankful for in our great country. God bless America.
Wow, that's a very powerful story, Murph.
Oh, yes, and it makes me realize how lucky we are.
That's right, Murph. But some people still need food.
Oh,
But there are some places that we can donate food to. Here they are.
that's great. Speaking of food, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh, I love the turkey and dressing and the pumpkin pies.
Oh, yeah.
Yum.
Oh, speaking of turkeys, do you know what the most musical part of the turkey is?
No, Murph, what is it?
The drumstick!
That's a good one, Murph. So what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Ooh, I like all the vegetables, you know, maybe the corn and the sweet potatoes and the corn and the pumpkin and the corn.
Okay, Murph, I get it. You like corn. And I know of another kind of corn that you like.
You do?
Yeah, candy corn.
Oh, yeah, candy corn. Oh, I love candy corn.
That's good, Murph. I know some kids at John Pittard Elementary who know some fun things to do with candy corn.
Oh, really? Oh, you mean eat it?
I mean, besides eat it, Murph.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, take it away.
Hello, my name is Ella.
And hello, my name is Emmanuel.
And we're from John Pittard Elementary School.
We're both in 3rd grade.
And today we're gonna make,
Candy corn turkeys.
first we need whatever color of construction paper body you want your turkey to be.
And second, we're gonna need to cut out like little feet for your turkeys, so you can glue them on and your turkey will have some feet.
Then you need to cut out a beak for your turkey.
Then you need to cut out your eyes for your turkey,
And then you're gonna need different colored candy corn.
and you would need scissors so you can cut out your round piece of construction paper.
And then we would need white glue and a glue stick.
First, you cut out a black circle or any kind of circle that you want for your turkey's body. Then you place it on where you think it should be at. Good. Then pick it up. Then glue it in that spot.
Then you need to cut out 2 Y-shaped legs for your turkey and then flip them over and just glue them down right there.
Next, you need to cut out some white eyeballs and glue them on your turkey.
Then you need to cut out an orange piece of construction paper, and it's kind of like a long triangle. And there's your beak, and you just glue it down.
Then you can take a pen, then draw your little dots for your eyes. Next, you should get your glue get a glue like this, or if you have indoor, get a hot glue stick, then glue on your candy corns. You have different kinds you can use.
This is how you make the feathers. You just put it around the turkey's head, like hair.
Next, you should get a different color kind of candy corn, then turn it upside down, then put it with the rest of your candy corn. Last but not least, you need to take a candy corn, put it kind of to the side, glue it onto your beak for the turkey's waddle.
And that is how you make a candy corn turkey.
Happy Thanksgiving, Murph! Oh, that was so cool. I can't wait to try it.
Me too, Murph.
Do you know what the key is to having a great Thanksgiving?
No, what?
A turkey.
That's a good one, Murph.
Yeah.
Say, if April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring?
Bees?
Nope. Pilgrims.
Oh boy, I love learning about the Pilgrims and the Native Americans and the Mayflower and all of the stuff.
You're right, Murph. It's really cool.
Yeah. I do wish I knew more about our history, though, right here in the Burrow.
Ah, it's a great idea, Murph. And I know of a guy who's our historian for Rutherford County. His name is Greg Tucker.
Oh, Mr. Greg Tucker. I think I've met him before. He sure does know a lot about this area. Oh, can we go talk to him?
Sure, let's go, Murph. Hey, you come too.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm here at the Rutherford County Courthouse with the one, the only Rutherford County historian, even with a certificate, Mr. Greg Tucker. Hi, Mr. Tucker.
Well, hey, Murph, good to see you again. It's been a while since we talked.
Yes, it has, and I'm so glad to be here because I know nobody knows more about history than you right here in Rutherford County.
Well, welcome to the Courthouse Square for Rutherford County. And we just happen to be standing beside the oldest man-made structure in the square.
The oldest man-made
Yes.
structure? What is it?
Well,
Whoa!
actually, the old part is a hole in the ground.
Oh, is it a burrow?
Yeah, well, I know that you're quite adept and knowledgeable about holes. This one is called a well.
Oh,
A well, yes. About 200 years ago when they started to build in the square. Back then they didn't have any cars, didn't have any trains, didn't have any airplanes. Everything had to be pulled by a horse or a mule, or you rode on the animal here. Well, just like people, the animals get thirsty.
Right?
So one of the first things they had to do was to put down a well and find water so they could provide water for those who came to the square.
How did they know there would be water there?
Well, they didn't. It's almost an art. There were people who believed that they could find where water was, and fortunately, Rutherford County is full of caves and full of water. So it wasn't too much of a surprise, but they dug down here about 40 feet
Right.
and found a good stream of water.
Is there water still down there?
There's water down there. Now, for protection, we've got a screen over it now so nobody falls in, but yes, there's water still down there.
Ooh.
And this well had disappeared for many years when they paved for parking, but about 15, 20 years ago when we were reworking this area, we found the well again. So we put up a nice canopy over it and made it a historic part of the square.
It is historic. That's so cool because it helps us imagine what things used to be like.
Exactly. Now, when it was first a well, you had to have a bucket on a rope, and you'd drop the bucket down in the well, way down,
Way down.
way down. You'd hear it splash, and then you'd pull it up with your water.
With the water. And was the water
Yeah.
good and clean?
Well, it was clean enough for back then.
Clean enough for back then.
Yeah.
We won't tell the EPA, okay?
That's right.
Okay.
Later, we put a pump on the well, and we were able to pump the water up and made it a little bit easier, but same water.
Same water.
Yeah, and used for the same purpose.
And how long did they use this well?
This well was in use on up until and after the Civil War, and really it changed when they started bringing water in pipes from over on the river. But the well still, if we needed water in a hurry, we could drop a bucket in there and pull up water even today.
Oh, that is so cool. And just think, this well is almost 200 years old.
Almost exactly 200 years old. We started building around the square in 1812.
1812.
And it was 1813 that they finally started working on the courthouse itself, which was behind us here.
Right.
In between the water well and the courthouse was a market shelter where the farmers would bring in their goods and anything else that was going to be sold in like an auction or in the open air, they would bring in.
And farmers still bring their things here on the summer and Saturdays, right?
That's exactly right, following the tradition, and also a little bit of some good homegrown stuff is still available that way.
Right. Oh, that's so cool.
The big building you see behind us is our county courthouse.
County courthouse.
Yes, now this is not the courthouse that was built when the well was first dug. This is actually the third one to be here.
Really?
Yeah, the first one was made out of wood, and unfortunately, well, you know, back then they had to build fires in fireplaces and burn wood for heat.
Right.
They burned down the courthouse.
Oh.
So we built another one. And that one lasted until about 1858, about 150, 160 years ago.
And what happened to that one?
And at that time they decided we need a permanent, bigger courthouse because the county was growing, the courts were bigger, needed more space.
Right.
So they tore down the second wooden courthouse
Ooh.
and built almost what you see now. But what you see right now got changed several more times.
Really?
Yeah, just about 50 years ago, they almost tore down this courthouse.
No.
Yes, again,
Oh.
they needed more space. But there was some people in town that says, no, this is an old historic building, and we don't want to lose it.
I'm so glad they said that,
Yeah.
aren't you?
And then there was a young architect who said, I think I can design an expansion for the courthouse and make it look just like it was part of the old courthouse. And what you're looking at on the north side here and also on the south side was built in 1960.
In 1960?
Yes, and
You were a spring chick then, weren't you, John?
Not quite.
Okay.
yes, and I'm real proud of it because my father was the architect, Bernie Tucker.
Oh, that's
And
so
yes,
cool.
there's even a plaque inside on the other side. It's got his name on it. And what they tried to do, and I think succeeded, was to make it look just like this was part of the old original courthouse.
Wow. I have to look close.
Yeah, so it all looks the same now.
And so this is the part that your daddy added?
Yeah, the part that we're standing beside is only about 60 years old. The middle part of the courthouse is 160 years old.
Oh,
Yes.
160.
And they were expanding the courthouse so they have more room to keep all the county business together.
Right.
And this was added, but the idea was to preserve the antique look of the original courthouse. And they did that by taking apart what was here, moving it out of the way and saving it so they could put it back up.
Right.
But of course they had to make new brick. So a commercial company, brick company, was able to make brick that had the texture of the old brick.
Right.
But they couldn't match the color because the brick in the old part of the courthouse had been sitting there for a long time and it changed. Yeah,
160 years, yeah.
yeah, and it changed. And they tried very hard to match it. And they actually built it, and we see pictures, and it looks like pink wings on a red courthouse.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could've-
So they solved it in what I guess now you think was an obvious way, but they just painted everything the same color. But then when you paint like that, the bricks disappear.
Right.
Yeah, so they came back and they painted all the spaces between the bricks with white lines.
They did. They painted the spaces with white lines. Look
Yeah.
at that. Whoa, all the way up there.
Yeah, so now it looks all the same all the way around.
And it looks all the same age, too.
That's
because your
right.
daddy was so careful.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Can we go inside?
Let's go inside and see if the mayor is here.
Oh, the mayor, the mayor.
I just noticed. I like your outfit, but you notice we're color coordinated.
Oh, he does.
Yes.
You know how to dress, don't you?
I do, because
You're styling now.
this is the way that we dressed about 200 years ago. If you lived in this area, yeah.
That's cool. Almost like
Yeah.
a pilgrim color.
A pilgrim color, maybe more like an Appalachian pioneer.
Appalachian pioneer. That's pretty cool.
All right, I want you to meet a real good friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is His Excellency, the Mayor of Rutherford County, Mr. Ernie Burgess.
Oh, I'm so excited to meet you, Mayor.
Hi, Murphy. We're just so happy you come to visit with us today. It's really an honor and a privilege to get to know you better and to learn from you and just share some experiences and that we've had over many, many years.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. It's exciting to be in this nice old building. Do you have any ghosts here?
Well, there are rumors of ghosts here, but I don't think anybody's produced any real evidence that they are here.
Oh, thank goodness, I don't really like ghosts. Okay. And do you have any hidden tunnels here?
There have been some indication that one may have been here. Maybe it was just a chute where they dumped coal down so it could be put into our furnace and provide heat for the building.
Oh, or it could have been some of my relatives, you know, digging
That's
burrows.
right. That's right. I'm sure there are some of your relatives still around here. We had one of your relatives, a possum, was just walking around the grounds here 1 or 2 mornings not too long ago.
Oh, did he play dead?
No, he just kept on moving.
Okay. So now you are a Rutherford County mayor. Has that position always been called mayor?
No, it was called for many, many, many years judge. In fact, those people in those days actually had a few judicial responsibilities. I think in particular some of the juvenile decisions were made by the judges that were sitting in this position. But then it was county executive for a number of years. And just in the recent history, it's changed to county mayor.
Oh, county mayor. Oh, that sounds very important. So what kind of things do you have to do in your job?
Well, it's a whole range of things. I mean, Rutherford County is a big county and we have a lot of services we provide. One of the main things that we do is provide the money, the budgeting for our county school system.
Ooh.
That is about 2/3 of the money that we spend in this county is to educate young people so that they can get prepared to be productive and effective citizens as they grow older.
And that's important. And it's important to have jobs right here, too. I bet you work on that, too, don't you?
Absolutely. All of us that are in government are trying to continue to improve the jobs that are available so that when you do get this education and this experience and this training, there are jobs so that you can stay here and live here and grow and raise your families here.
Right here in the best county in the state of Tennessee, right?
Absolutely. One of the best and becoming one of the biggest, the 5th largest county in Tennessee now.
Whoa, the 5th largest county in Tennessee. Oh, but you know, we still feel like a small town, don't we?
Well, yes, we really do. But, you know, when I was just a young person, if I went to a restaurant, we knew just about everybody in the restaurant. Now we go and you know that we don't know very many people in there. So many new people are coming here to visit us because we have such a wonderful town and county and the quality of life is just extraordinary.
There's so many wonderful things right here in Rutherford County for families to do, right?
Absolutely. Everything you want to do. We don't need to go to Nashville anymore. Everything is here in Murfreesboro and Rutherford County that you can enjoy and you can learn and you can appreciate.
So, Mayor, tell us, what is the best part of your job?
Well, the best part of my job is getting to work with a lot of different people. And when you work with a lot of people, you get to help them and encourage them. And when you see other people succeed and do a great job and really provide some really good services and really help other people in our county government, that's one of the best things that I get to enjoy.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. It's always fun to help others succeed. You feel good too, don't you?
Absolutely. Nothing is more important than helping other people succeed. That's really what life is all about, I believe.
Thank you. Now, here's a tough question. What's the hardest part of your job?
Well, the hardest part of my job is this. It's sort of on the reverse side of what I just told you about working with people. When you work with a lot of people, all of them don't do exactly what they should do when they should do it.
Yeah.
As you well know, young people sometimes, and sometimes people that are not quite mature enough, make some poor decisions. And when they make poor decisions, they have to have someone to apply some consequences to those poor decisions, just like any young person would have to have consequences if they don't do those things that their parents and their friends and their teachers tell them they should do. So sometimes we have to do some things to correct them that is not so much fun.
Right. Yeah, they all need a big timeout, don't they?
Yes, a big one sometimes.
Sometimes a big old timeout.
And maybe a permanent timeout.
Yeah, stand in that corner a little while. Okay. So, we like to ask our guests special questions like, what was your favorite book when you were a child?
Well, when I was a child, we didn't have as many books in our houses. We didn't have the opportunity for books from birth and things like that. So when I went into the first grade, and really I'm not even sure I was reading books when I left, but when I came home and told my mom I could read, she didn't really actually know what it was. But we had some really simple little books like See, Spot, Run, and those kinds of little books that were repetitive kind of reading exercises, but they taught us how to read in any event. So, but as time goes on, you find lots of other things that you're interested in, adventures, stories, and stories about horses and animals.
Oh, you don't want to forget the rabbits. There were some good rabbit books.
Oh, absolutely. You remember that story about the rabbit and the tortoise, and the rabbit was very, very fast, but did the rabbit win the race? The rabbit was sometimes distracted, but the tortoise just kept on going slowly and deliberately, and he got to the end of the race, didn't he? So life sometimes is not running in spurts so fast as it is doing it in a very deliberate, thoughtful manner. You can be successful even if you're not the fastest runner.
That's so true. But I'm wondering if maybe the tortoises rewrote history a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know either. But it was a fun story.
It is. And it's an important lesson.
Absolutely, important lesson, right.
Okay, let's see, Mayor. Are you ready for our big last question?
Yes, I am, Murph.
Okay. Can you tell us something about yourself that would surprise us?
Well, when I was a little boy, we all liked to drink milk, and we got milk from our cows. Now, nowadays, we have machines that get the milk from the cows. But in those days, we had to each individual sit down with a bucket on a stool by the cow and squeeze the milk out of the cows with our hands.
Oh, my goodness!
So that was something that I had to do when I was a little boy. Even very small, I would have to get up early in the morning and walk to the barn. Sometimes it was dark, and go to the barn and hitch the cow up, give her a little bit of feed, sit down, and get some milk and bring it back to the house.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. That's kind of neat. And then when we think about all the wonderful things that comes from milk and butter and cream and ice cream.
Oh, yes, ice cream especially. That's really good, isn't it?
Oh, sounds so good. Hey, I tell you what, why don't we go get some ice cream right about now?
I think you deserve that. You've worked hard today, and it's time for you to have a treat.
We are so appreciative of you giving us your time today on Adventures in Murfreesboro. You know what we say around here.
Well, thank you very much, and you keep on doing the good job that you're doing, Murph. You're really helping all of our young people to learn. That's so important.
Thanks, dude. Bye. Oh, Mr. Greg Tucker was really awesome. I feel like I've been on a time travel trip.
I know what you mean, Murph. We've had a great show today.
Yeah, big thanks to the awesome kids at John Pittard Elementary and their equally awesome principal, Ms. Roseanne Martin.
That's right, Murph. And to the amazing Greg Tucker.
And the awesome kids and community leaders who have visited with us here on Adventures in Murfreesboro.
And to all the great viewers out there who've watched us on CityTV and on the website and on YouTube.
And CityTV and Mr. Alan Bozeman, yeah!
And Murfreesboro City Schools and the Cable Commission.
And most importantly,
you! We are thankful for you.
Now remember to
dream big and work hard.
Bye-bye.
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 Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I want my carrots. Where are my carrots?
I thought you wanted candy corn.
No, I want carrot.
You want carrot?
Oh,
carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake, yeah.
Oh, ginger carrot, butter carrots, yummy carrots.
Yum, yum, yum.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.